Hello yoga friends, welcome to Sarah Mapes Yoga. I'm Sarah Mapes and I will be your yoga teacher for today. Today's practice will be a 30-minute all levels flow. You may find it helpful to have blocks. You certainly don't need them. If you'd like to use blocks and you don't have any at home, you could use some books or a shoebox or two. And you may also want a blankie to go under knees just for extra padding. Props are not necessary for our practice, but they may add to your comfort. Let's get started standing at the top of our mats. Take a moment to firm up your foundation. Rock back and forth from your toes to your heels. Spread your toes, feeling into your big toe mounds and your heels. Roll your shoulders back once, lift through the crown of your head. Feel into your foundation. Inhale, lift your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, step your right foot back, bringing your knee down to the mat. You might use blocks here, you might not. Personal preference. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, feeling strong in your foundation. Twist and open your arms out towards the left. Bringing your hand down to the back of your right thigh, right arm reaches up and over. Straightening up. Bringing your hands back down to blocks or the mat. Slowly start to straighten your left leg out on the mat. I'm gonna move my blocks here so that you can see my foot. Point your foot and flex your foot. Point and flex. Point and flex. Maybe fold into your leg, maybe not. Listen to your body. Place your foot flat on the mat and shift back to a low lunge. Tuck under your back toes and step your left foot back to a high plank. This could be modified by coming down onto your knees. Shifting your weight over into your left side, lift your right arm up towards the sky in a side plank. Coming back through the center, shifting your weight over to the right side, lifting your left arm up towards the sky. Coming back to center, you could lower down onto your knees or stay up in a high plank. Slowly lower down through chaturanga or all the way onto your belly, keeping your elbows in tight to your torso. Make sure that you don't go lower than keeping your arms in by your torso. If you're coming all the way onto your belly, lower all the way onto your belly. That's great. Inhale, lifting yourself to upward facing cobra or down dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. Even inhales and exhales. Look forward towards your hands and step your right foot forward between both hands, bringing your left knee down to the mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, twist towards the right, opening your arms out to the sides. Reaching around for your thigh, left arm comes up and over. Shifting forward, slowly starting to straighten out your right leg on the mat. Point your toes, flex your foot. Point and flex. Point and flex. Maybe folding into your leg. Still early in our practice. Shifting forward. Tucking under your back toes, stepping your right leg back to a high plank. Again, this could be modified by coming down onto your knees. Shifting over into your left hand, Maybe if you're feeling adventurous, you lift a leg up off the mat. Another modification would be to bring one leg down to the mat too. Coming through to plank, shifting over into the right side. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. Maybe lifting your leg, maybe not. Again, knowing that you can modify by bringing one leg down to the mat. Shifting back to center and slowly lowering down through chaturanga or all the way onto your belly. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. In our downward facing dog, press down firmly with both palms. Index fingers are out in front of you. Your other fingers are spread wide, but not too wide. Heels might be up, heels might be down. Draw your torso back towards your thighs, lengthening through your whole body. This is a wonderful full body stretch. And breathe. Even inhales and exhales. If you're using a blankie for knees, take your blankie out of the way, scooching it off to the side, and look forward towards your hands. Step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. Step your right foot out to the side so you're facing the side of your mat. Turn your right toes out. Arms come out to the sides, reaching out as far as you can towards the right, bringing your hand down to your thigh or your calf, your ankle or your foot, or you could use a block. And sweep your left arm up towards the sky in side triangle pose. And breathe. Even inhales and exhales. Bend your right knee, lifting yourself up into Warrior Two. In Warrior Two, your front heel is lining up with the middle of your back foot. Your knee is tracking out over the middle of your toes. That's important to protect your knee. You don't want it to dip. You want it to stay straight out over the middle of your foot. Take a moment and roll your shoulders back once, reaching your arms out as far as they'll go in both directions. And breathe. Turn your right palm up and reverse your warrior. Your hand can come down your leg, or you can reach around your back towards your right thigh. Take your gaze up towards your right fingertips. And take your arms, shifting yourself over to the other side, extended side angle. And flow back to reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Reverse warrior. Extended side angle and hold. Reaching as far as you can, taking your gaze up towards your left fingertips. Feeling the stretch in your side body. And bring your left hand down to the mat. Shifting your weight, lifting up so your right leg is your standing leg. Your hand, your hips are even, left leg is back, and reach your right hand up towards the sky in a revolved half moon. With control, step your left leg back, lifting your arms, coming into a high lunge. On your next exhale, twist towards the right, opening your arms out to the sides. Take your right hand back towards your leg, reaching your left arm up and over. Waving both hands down to the mat, lift your left leg up, coming into a standing split. Bring your left knee in behind your right and come in and sit down. Your right leg is crossed over your left thigh. Take your left arm, wrapping it around your right knee and twist around towards the right. As you inhale, think about lengthening through the crown of the head, growing a little bit taller. And as you exhale, move into your twist just a little bit further. If your body wants to continue as you de-rotate into a little counter twist, by all means, take a little counter twist. And then come into Navasana boat pose, lifting your legs up off the mat. You might stay in this tabletop position. Your feet might be barely off the mat. You might take your legs up towards the sky. Hands might come up. They might stay down. You might do one leg and then the other leg. Coming forward, cross your feet and see if you can come to a standing position without using your hands. If you have to use your hands, it's okay. Just use them as little as possible. And come to standing at the back of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, rising up onto your toes. Exhale, bringing your hands back to heart center and lowering down onto your heels. Step your left foot out wide, facing the side of your mat. Turn your left toes out. Arms come out to the sides, reaching out as far as you can towards the left, bringing your hand down to your thigh or your calf, your ankle or your foot. Sweeping your right arm up towards the sky. Take your gaze up towards your right fingertips in side triangle pose. And breathe. Bend your left knee, lifting yourself up into Warrior Two. Again, making sure that your heel lines up with the middle of your back foot and that your knee is tracking out towards the middle of your foot. Reach your arms out as far as you can in both directions and breathe. Breath is a really important part. It'll actually get your heart rate going in yoga. Turn your left palm up towards the ceiling and reverse your warrior. Shifting forward, right arm reaches up and over, extended side angle, and flow back to reverse warrior. Forward to extended side angle, back to reverse warrior. Forward to extended side angle and hold. Take your gaze up towards your right fingertips. Bring your right hand down by your left foot, lifting yourself up, making sure that your hips are square. Right leg comes up. Maybe, just maybe, take your left arm up towards the sky in a revolved half moon. And breathe. with control, bring your right foot back, lifting yourself up into a high lunge. Arms come up towards the sky. On your next exhale, twist towards the left, opening your arms out to the sides. Bring your left hand back towards your thigh, reaching your right arm up and over. And take both hands down to the mat, lifting your right leg up, coming into a standing split. Bring your right knee in behind your left and come in and sit down. Your left leg is crossed over your right thigh. Take your right arm and reach it around your left knee, twisting towards the left. As you inhale, think about getting a little bit taller. And as you exhale, think about twisting just a little bit further. As you come out of your twist, if your body says to keep going, go ahead and take a little counter twist. And lie down on your back. Placing both feet flat on the mat, arms come out to the sides. Lift your hips up towards the sky in bridge pose. You could interlace your fingers underneath you, or you could leave them out to the sides. You could even hold on to the sides of your mat if that feels good. And breathe. Lowering down one vertebrae at a time, slowly, slowly with control. Take your legs out as wide as the mat and take both knees over to the left side and then the right. Windshield wiping your legs back and forth. Hug your knees into your chest and see if you can rock up to a standing position without using your hands. Nice work. All right, standing at the top of your mat, inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, rising up onto your toes. Exhale, bringing your hands back to heart center and lowering your heels down. Inhale, lift your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, place your hands and step your right leg back to a low lunge, bringing your knee down to the mat. Again, you could use a blanket and blocks if you would like. Sweep your arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, open and twist towards the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, place both hands on the mat, tuck under your right toes, and step back to a downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward between both hands, dropping your left knee down to the mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, open and twist towards the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, place your hands down on the mat, tuck under your back toes, and step back to a downward facing dog. Drop down onto your knees in a tabletop position. Knees are underneath your hips, hands are underneath your shoulders. Let's do a little bit of cat-cow. Let the breath lead the movement. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, round your spine. Coming back to neutral, walk your hands forward, coming into a puppy stretch, and breathe. Take your left hand underneath your right, threading the needle, feeling into your shoulders in this yummy stretch. Left hand comes back to center. Take your right hand underneath your left. Threading the needle on the other side. Right hand comes back to center. Drop down onto your forearms and come all the way onto your belly, lifting up through the crown of your head in Sphinx pose. Push yourself back into your heels, sitting back on your heels. If this is uncomfortable, you could take a blankie and put it on top of your legs, lifting yourself up and giving yourself some padding. Coming down with your forehead into the mat in a child's pose, and breathe. Take both arms over to the left, feeling a nice stretch in your right side body. Coming through center, taking your arms over to the right side, feeling into your left side body. Coming back to center, making your way up to a seated position. Take your legs out in front of you, bringing the soles of your feet together in Baddha Konasana or bound angle pose. Your feet can open up like a little book. Your feet tell the story of your life after all. They can tell everywhere you've been, all the adventures, all the mountains you've climbed. Inhale, lift your chest towards the sky. Exhale, folding forward, lengthening through your spine. Thinking about keeping your back straight, and breathe. Making your way back up to a seated position. Take your feet out just a little bit longer. Inhale, lift your chest towards the sky. Exhale, this time round your spine, bringing your head down towards your feet. It doesn't need to go there. That's just the general direction that it's headed. And breathe. Making your way back up to a seated position. Turn sideways on your mat, taking your feet out towards the sides of your mat. Inhale, lift your left arm up and over, reaching towards the right. And then shifting so that you're folded over your right leg. And breathe. Make your way back up to a seated position and take your right arm up and over towards the left. Shifting into a forward fold over your left leg. Making your way back up to a seated position. Slowly start to walk your hands out in front of you, hinging from the hip, stopping wherever your body says to stop. And breathe. Making your way back up to a seated position, lie down on your back. Lift your legs, coming up into a tabletop position. Arms can come out to the sides and slowly start to take your legs over towards the left. Not all the way down to the floor, but just part way. And then use your tummy muscles to lift your legs back to center. Take your legs over to the right side. Same thing, use your tummy muscles to bring both legs back to center. Let's repeat that. Legs come over towards the left. Use your tummy power to bring them back to center. Legs come right. Use your tummy power. Really, really nice. It's hard work. Take your legs out long, stretching them out. Bring your feet as wide as the mat. Hands come overhead and as wide as the mat, like a big star, and reach and stretch. Nice full body stretch. And hug both knees into your chest, maybe rocking back and forth across your spine, giving your back a little massage. And take both legs over towards the left, all the way down to the mat. Right arm comes out to the side. Take your gaze over to the right for a gentle twist. Bringing both legs through center, take them over to the right. Left arm comes out to the side. Take your gaze over towards the left. Bringing both legs back to center, straighten your legs out on the mat. Setting yourself up for savasana. Take your arms out to the sides, palms facing towards the ceiling. Close your eyes if they're not already. Soften your face. Let your shoulders relax. Let your torso feel heavy and sink down towards the earth. Let your hips, your arms, your legs, your hands and feet soften and relax. Slowly start to bring feeling back into your hands and feet, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Take your arms out long overhead, rolling over onto one side. And slowly making your way up to a comfortable seated position. Bringing your hands together at heart center. Take a moment to feel gratitude for your body and the opportunity that you've had to come to your mat and practice yoga. Namaste. If you enjoyed this practice, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again on the mat soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.